Hey you guys, today I want to show you what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I'm going to do a spaghetti squash. I want to show you something. You can already see before they start cooking how the squash is going to cut into shreds. But first what I need to do is go ahead on and spoon out the seeds or the stuff that's in the inside of the squash. So you could just take your spoon and just dig in here and get it out. Some people like to roast the seeds. I'm not going to do that today, but you can. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and scrape this out. This is not the fun part about it, but it's going to be rewarding once you are finished. Okay, I'm going to put that on the side and get the last little bit out of this. I've been eating spaghetti squash for over maybe about 3 or 4 years. I saw it on a show on the Food Network, and I just thought this was the best thing ever. And so when they say spaghetti squash, of course, you know, the first thing you want to think about is that, is it going to taste like spaghetti? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. It's going to give you the same mouth feel of a spaghetti, but with a different taste. For Weight Watchers, this is great for me because this squash is 0 points. I'm on the blue plan, and yes, I have decided to stay along with the program. I was having a moment last week that I wanted to quit everything, and I guess it was just, you go through that sometimes, and I had mentioned it on the page, and I had some people, some members, you know, really give me some insight, and they were real with me about quitting, and I'm not a quitter, so I just decided that I wasn't going to quit that. So I'm going to still do it. I am putting myself on a sweets challenge where I'm going to not have any chocolate or ice cream candy, any kind of candy like that I usually eat all the time. I'm not going to have that for until my birthday. My birthday is on June 10th. All right, so here is how I went ahead and kind of gut it. And what I have here is some avocado oil, and I mixed it with some garlic, onion, the Parmesan. I have some mixed herbs in here, and I'm just gonna bathe in the inside of this squash. Okay, I'm just gonna lather all this because I'm gonna eat this. And the more flavor, I mean, I'm from Louisiana, and I like spices, I like flavor, but sometimes you gotta just, you know, go light on it and put things that matter inside of here. So this is kind of like a herby Italian blend, I would call it, okay? And I'm just gonna put it all over here. I do love black pepper, probably way too much. I do, I love it. And I'm gonna have to put a little bit of salt because I didn't put any salt in my mixture. So this is how it looks before, and this is how it looks once you bathe it. Now, when you get ready to put this in the oven, you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Okay, I didn't do a convection because last time, you know, my oven is either, I could do it either way. And I did convection, and I did it for 40 minutes to an hour. Too long, didn't work out well. So this time I'm just going to put it on a regular bake, and I'm going to let it cook slowly for about 30 to 40 minutes on 400 degrees. Now, when you get ready to put this thing in the oven, you want to put it on a pan, a sheet pan. Now, I'm going to use parchment paper. I'm going to spray the parchment paper, of course, and then I'm going to turn this upside down and let it cook upside down. Okay, I'm going to punch a few holes in it with the fork, and I'll show you that when I get to that point, okay? All right, so what I've done so far is I've already punched the holes. I will show you, if you can see, I punched the holes. I used a knife, and what I did is I just pierced it. And this is a good way to, I see people do this all the time. I mean, I do it with my potatoes, and I just pierced it a little bit. But I want to show you something else. At the bottom of my pan, I have some rosemary down here. I love rosemary. So when this is cooking, the essence of the rosemary is going to be infused inside of my squash. So I put it on parchment paper. I sprayed the paper. I'm going to check on it halfway through. So it's going to cook for about 40 minutes. So once it's finished cooking, you flip it over and you just scrape it with a fork, and I will show you what that looks like. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and set my timer. Alexa, set a 40-minute timer. So I'm gonna go ahead, she's go ahead and start that for me. Once the 40 minutes is over, I will come back and let you see what it looks like. I'm gonna make this with a crumble, a garden burger crumble with spaghetti sauce. So this can be a really low budget meal today. I will tell you when I say low budget, I'm talking about as far as my points, okay? Alrighty, I'll go ahead on and put this in the oven and let it get started. See you in a bit. All right, you guys, I took it out of the oven. I want you to take a look at it. It smells delicious. Here's the spatula I use. You're gonna need something to flip it over. And as you can see, the edges of this cooked a little bit. Oh, that's like delicious right there. I can't wait to eat that. So anyway, what you're gonna do is take your fork and just start pulling it. And you see how when you pull it, it looks like spaghetti. And you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling until you get all of it out. It's so nice and tender. Do you see how beautiful that is? The flavor is there in here. I can smell it. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take some spaghetti sauce and warm it up. And I'm going to take my crumble and brown it and put it on top and put this in a bowl and have a spaghetti squash dinner. Okay, so you just keep scraping and scraping. I have a seed in here, so I gotta make sure I get that out. And just keep going, and before you know it, you have spaghetti. And let me take a taste of this. All right, it's hot, and I like it hot like this. See, I'm about to see how it looks like spaghetti. Now, oh yeah, I can taste the rosemary. That was like the best decision I ever made to put. Oh, I could just eat this right now. I mean, oh my goodness, this is so good. I want you to experience this. I mean, this right here will make you put pasta aside. It's delicious. It's light. Look at that. Look, I mean, I'm going in. Hold on. I think what made it taste this good is because I infuse my oil before I put it in there, and look how that rosemary just popped open, and the essence of that rosemary just came inside of this squash. This is going to be so good. Look, I'm about to go because I need to make my sauce, and I will let you see everything once I'm ready to plate meat, okay? Bye. All right, so here is what I'm going to put in my skillet first to start off the base of my sauce. Of course, I want to use commercial sauce, but I wanted to beef it up with a little bit more veggies and seasoning. So I have spinach here. I also have bell peppers. I have tomatoes here. I have mushrooms, garlic that I freshly just pressed through the garlic press. I have onions and more cherry tomatoes. I'm going to also toss it some seasoning, the garlic parmesan that you know I'm in love with. I have the garlic powder, onion powder. I've already put in some Pam spray and about a teaspoon of avocado oil. So what I'm gonna do is switch hands here, and I'm gonna put this in my skillet that's already heating up here. Okay, so I'm trying to do this with one hand, so forgive me. So what I'm going to do is let all of this cook together. You hear that sizzle going on? Now this is going to be a great, I can almost just eat this the way it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow it to, wilt down a little bit. And then I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take my plant-based beef crumble, and I'm going to pan sear it a little bit, and then I'm going to mix this together, pour some sauce over it, and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Okay, so when I did my spinach, I did like a little chiffonade on it, which means you take it and you roll it up and you cut it into like ribbons. And I just took the tomatoes and just diced them. Same thing I did with the mushrooms. Now, all these things that I have in here they have a high water base to them. So That's why I know that I don't need too much oil in my pot, because it's going to cook itself. But I needed something to coat the bottom of my pan. So I'm just going to go ahead on and toss this around. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on top of it, and once it wilts down, then I will come back and show you how I cooked my crumbles. All right, just wanted to show you what it looks like. I had to do a redo because my mushrooms somehow were very bad. I started cooking them and I started smelling a weird smell, and come to find out they were not good. So I had to redo this part. So the only thing I did was remove the mushrooms from the original setup, but I cut everything over fresh. So now I'm about to clean out my pan and pan sear the crumble and add in the sauce after I do that. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I decided to keep my pot seasoned with all the spices that was already in there, the seasoning, and I just added some Pam spray and a little bit of the the avocado oil. And now I'm about to put in the crumble. Now the crumble was frozen, so I'm just going to toss it around and heat it up a little bit. And this is a plant-based. It is from Morningstar. And I eat the garden burgers from them. My sister, she's been doing this, cooking with these crumbles for years. My cousin, who went vegetarian, decided to use this instead of meat. And I will tell you that I love garden burgers. They are delicious, so I'm sure this is going to be good. This is my first time really eating a crumble. What I usually do is just take mine and just put it in a food processor, but since it was already done, I said, why not? Go ahead and take this. So a half a cup of this on the blue plan is going to be 1 point. So I'm probably going to end up eating all this. I don't know. I might eat half of it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. But I know one thing. It smells, and I know it's going to taste good. So I'm just going to go ahead and pan sear this. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch that. Once I put the sauce in and toss everything together, you'll see what that looks like. I'll be right back. Just wanted you to take a look at the sauce. It looks delicious. And remember, we only put a cup of the crumble in there, but when it started cooking, it kind of broke apart. So it's a lot in here, so I'm not gonna be able to eat all this. And also I made, while I was there, some yellow corn from the Dollar Tree that is delicious. I just put a little bit of butter, some sriracha salt, and that is it. So we're about to plate this so I can go ahead and eat this while it is hot. All right, let's go. All right, here's what's for dinner. Here's the spaghetti squash right there. And this is a half a cup of sauce and the crumble. Okay, here's what's for dinner. Here's the spaghetti squash. This is just one side of the spaghetti squash. This is a half a cup of sauce and meat mixed. And I have 1 cup of corn. So here is my meal. This is going to be so delicious. Do you see the layers of flavor on here? It really looks like meat, and it tastes like meat. So I guess it's meat. All right, so here it is. I'm about to get ready and eat this because I'm super hungry, and I thank you for coming along with this journey with me, having a substitute spaghetti meal using plant-based crumble and spaghetti squash. So this is all like earthy food. Like, this is from the earth. I'm so excited about this. This is like 0 animal fat in here, like nothing. It's just all plant-based, and I think this is going to be so much better, and I will feel so much lighter than eating the original. All right, the only thing that I used that was a little high in calories, which is only 60 calories, well 120 because I used a cup, was the spaghetti sauce, and that was the tomato. This is the one I use right here from Walmart. But other than that, everything else is good. Well, thank you for watching this segment with me. I'm the 411 Diva. I'm always here for you. I'll talk to you later. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. It is free for you and fun for me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.